Well, hello there, brothers and sisters of WoT Blitz Universe. You're watching WoT Blitz Addict again. Welcome back to the channel. And it's Sunday again. That means we have another portion of my subscribers of Mastery Replays. Today we're gonna take a look at the light tanking again. And the first one is T49, driven by Mr. Vodka from Dude 5 Clan. As Mr. Vodka, he's a lucky guy. He's lucky all the time, and this game will particularly show you the luck of this guy and the skill of this guy. And I don't want to spoil the fun to you, but you really should watch this game till the end, because it simply blew my mind. The one thing I've noticed in this game that Mr. Vodka is using the camo net on T49. And to be honest, there was a time when I was using camo net on this tank. It's not like what you expect from a light tank to use the camo net. Of course, it's not so good for the team, but it's really great thing for you, because you have derpy big gun and you have light tank camo. So if you are using camo net, that brings some of your camo even better. So you have even better camo while you stand in one place, while you're moving, while you're shooting. And that's great thing, because with a 152mm gun, if you stay at the back without shooting, and even if you shoot, you will probably won't get spotted. You will see soon. We're gonna watch the distance. How's the distance? It's pretty far, but still, look at this. No cover, and he still didn't get. Oh, he went spotted. Okay, but you're gonna have a shot here when he won't be spotted, even though he will be using this big derpy gun from quite close range. That will give you this difference between having a camo net and without having a camo net. Look at this. Was he spotted? Yes, he was. But there's gonna be some shots here because I watched already these replays while I were recording them. So you will see there's a chance. Probably the SP1C was the one who was spotting him. Unfortunately, this shot missed. But I don't really want to talk more about T49. I talked about this tank so many times, and Mr. Vodka just keeps spamming masteries in this tank. He just plays it over and over and over again, and I'm just getting like 4 or 5 mastery replays every day from him. But this particularly one was really great, and I decided to show you this game again, because I really don't want to spam all my channel with T49 replays. And yeah, just now it's 4 against 2. Let's just look at this. He killed the SP1C, and now it will be in very close short time. It's gonna be 1 against 4, and that's where the camo values will be really important for our amigo here. He can snapshot this IS with the hash, and now it's 1 against 4. So he just rushing in. Of course, this IS wasn't the greatest player, but there's not much he can do right now against the light tank. And he got cleared, and now he will use his camo values, and you will see that he won't get spotted even when he will be shooting his gun. Just give us some time. Of course, it's a Kolobanov situation. That's great. He already spotted this, as you can see, the super Pershing, and look at this. It's a medium tank. He got spotted again. Goddamn. There's some shots where he wasn't spotted. I was really interested that how did he wasn't spotted after shooting such a big gun, but you will see in a moment that it's possible. So we have a super Pershing, 1 heavy tank. I can't remember what it is. I think it was VK, I think. And we have a Borsig over there somewhere. So the Borsig can basically one-shot him if he gets a nice roll on HE. And look at this. he's not spotted. He's still sitting over here, and I think he will use hash. Yes, look at this. He wasn't spotted, and he was quite close to the enemy. So the Pershing knows where he is, more or less, because he got shot at. Look at this, another shot. Of course, the Tiger wasn't looking his way, so he won't get spotted. But even though the Super Pershing who was next to him haven't spotted him, same with the Borsig, which I don't know right now where's the Borsig, but you will see them in the moment. So now he decides to clear the Super Pershing with the hash shells. And the one thing I can tell you about the tank, I think I said it in a review, and I said it in many games I've showed you already. But the main thing about this tank is hash shells, because the heat penetration isn't great, and you're forced to use hash if you want to deal damage. And in situations like that, as you can see, he's using hash constantly. Of course, when you're using it against Borsig, it's totally understandable, because you want to get high rolls. Unfortunately, I think he kind of hit the track, because it wasn't a high roll, I guess. I can be wrong, of course, but because I'm just recording on my phone, and I can't really see that so in details. But he was lucky enough to get a miss from the Borsig, and now that means he can ram him a bit, and now it's all over for the Borsig, because he will outrun him. And as you can see, you can win a 4 versus 1 situation with 6 kills, 5,565 damage, and Ace Tanker, Top Gun, High Caliber, Pulse Medal, Defender, and Kolobanov's Medal. Great game from Mr. Vodka. And I really wanted to show you this game, because many people are struggling with this low penetrating gun of T49. And here's another game, this time from my clanmate Cuban 827 and his Type 64. During one of the last events, you could win this tank and T34-3, the one with a 122mm gun, and to be honest, both of those tanks are enjoyable, but both of those tanks really require some skill. This one here, the Type 64, is basically a very mobile light tank on tier 6 with nice DPM, quite nice accuracy, but the thing that he doesn't have is literally it has no armor. So you need to be really cautious when you drive this tank. And the other thing that you could notice that the shell velocity isn't great. So it depends how you play. The aim time is pretty good, so I would probably go for the supercharge, because it's more of a support sniper tank. Sometimes you can play frontline, but if you will get close up and personal, there's no problem with aiming. So on the long range, the supercharge would do the trick. But it really depends on your preferences, because there's no one special way to treat the tank and to make it effective. Of course, some equipment does it better than the other for some special tanks, but that's not like you need to go this way because the other way is wrong. But you can see the penetration isn't great. He can't even penetrate the side of the turret of the Tankenstein, which is bad. So I would use calibrated shells most probably. I don't know if he's using it, but still you have Pramo. It's a premium tank, so if you use Pramo, then you will still make some credits. Of course, not as much as you would if you wouldn't use it, but still it's fair enough, because if you want to win games, you just have to do what you have to do. And he's playing a quite sneaky role over here, so he's sitting at the back, unspotted, because this tank has pretty nice camo values, and just pumping the damage, just racking the damage. And that's great. I think that's great if you don't have to spot, because you're not the only spotter. As you can see, they have 3 light tanks in their team, and it's 7 against 4. Of course, you can rush right now, because you will win most probably you will win. It's 6 against 3, so basically this AMX is a one-shot, so you can push, you can YOLO a bit, and just go straight in and kill those enemies, which he's doing here. And there's a Tog, the mighty Tog, the mighty box of hit points to just to just use and just rack up this damage. I don't know why he didn't use Adrenaline and why he's hit point trading with the Tog, because the Tog, maybe the armor on the Tog isn't spectacular, but the hit point pool on the Tog is spectacular. So that means it's strongly advised to simply hide a bit. Thankfully, the Tog is using HE. He was using HE, but he found this. It's not working. So that gave our amigo chance to simply survive all those shots and still have half of HP left, which is great. That means he can just. I think he should have aimed, so he would get another kill, but unfortunately he didn't, and he has to do it right now. But still, great game, nice mastery. So we have 3 kills, 2214 damage, ace tanker. Nice game without premium account. As you can see, he still managed to do some credits, which is great, and the tank is fun to play. And here's the third one, which is my subscriber Kirito Sao BTSP from Sao Clan. And he's driving Chaffee, the tier 6 light tank from American Line. Pretty fun tank to play, to be honest. Of course, it's literally has no armor. It's not as fast as the Bulldog, but it's similar to the Bulldog, and that makes this line quite good, because you just used to play. If you know how to play Chaffee, you will know how to play Bulldog, and Bulldog is way better than Chaffee. Because it's faster, it has better reload, it has nice gun depression, nice shell velocity, and it has APCR for standard ammunition. That means that the penetration is better than on Chaffee. But still, as you can see, even with this penetration, Bulldog isn't isn't a problem for our Chaffee. The only difference is the speed, as you can see, and the hit point pool. But there's all three. Nice shot, by the way, nice shot there, man. And they have advantage. It's 3-on-1, so this Bulldog can't really do nothing, and he simply need to bail out a bit and keep back somewhere behind his team, and this is the situation here where the red team decided to all the push city, and in most cases this will lose you the game, because if the light tanks, medium tanks flank around, basically there's not much you can do in a heavy tank or in a medium tank if you're getting enemies all around you, and he will just pump up the damage from this VK. As you can see, the penetration is enough to get through the lower plate. Probably he's using calibrated shells. I would guess he was using calibrated shells, because as I remember, it was pretty hard to penetrate the VK-36 front lower plate in Chaffee. But I can be wrong, of course. It's been some time where I last when I played the Chaffee for the last time, but I think he's using calibrated shells. I would need to check what's the penetration on Chaffee, but that's not the case in here. So he's in a situation where he has all the enemies around. Thankfully he get a lucky bounce there, and now that means the VK is a one-shot. He can clear him out, and now he can go for the Bulldog, and he's the third enemy on him. He clears the Bulldog, and he needs to be fast to run from the KV2, because the KV2 can easily one-shot him like he did to his clanmate which he was tuning with, and so now it's all about the speed. So he will just go around, track shot, and IS will do the rest. And that's basically all for this episode, boys and girls. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. If you want to join my Discord, the link is in the description below, same as my Facebook link. That's all. Take care, bye bye, and catch you all on the battlefield.